are a disappointment, and you are just following him. So you are also a disappointment. You can't put together a sentence of what the problem is. You may shut up and not tell me when I may take my kids and her friends, who are PhD students from MIT and Yale. I will be talking to the chief of police, and I will be speaking to the mayor.
Some police officers may abuse their authority without thinking twice. However, it doesn't usually take long for these corrupt cops to be humbled by their fellow officers, just like this commissioner who was put in her place. On March 31st, 2018, vigilant cops from the Tenafly Police Department signaled a Toyota Camry to pull over, initiating what appeared to be just another routine traffic stop.
I'll be out 9W by my Tammy with a Toyota Corolla 4 times. Looks like it's a Nevada tag, Charlie Papa 8034.
by my Tammy.
Just check it out for me. It looks like the plate's expired. It's not every day we look at a Nevada readback, but from what I'm seeing, it looks expired.
Alright, that was Nevada Reg, Charlie Papa 8034.
Yes.
Noticing that the car's plate looked odd, the officer placed a call to the command center requesting a background check before approaching the vehicle. The officer then approached the Toyota Camry and calmly informed the occupants that their tinted windows were not compliant with state regulations and that there appeared to be an issue with their license plate.
Part of it, and I can't read the bottom of the... Exactly. Yeah. So you just have your license on, your registration insurance? Check that out.
36.
It's registered to your boyfriend?
No, this is my boyfriend.
Okay.
This is my car. Registered
Stay
to
by.
my parents, but I'm not sure where
It's registered to your parents.
Yeah.
Okay, so you live in Nevada?
Yeah, the car is registered to my mom.
Okay, and where do you live? You live in Tenafly.
We're just coming to visit our friend who's in from London.
Ah, I see. Who's not in the car? You're not from London.
I live in London. My family lives in Tenafly. I'm here for the weekend.
Okay.
When asked for the driver's license and registration, an occupant started to stumble through her explanations. Initially, she claimed the vehicle belonged to her boyfriend, but then abruptly stated that it actually belonged to her parents.
But I'm not sure which is which. I'm happy to spend time trying to figure it out.
Yeah, just the insurance part and the registration part. And where do you live, miss?
I live in New Haven. Where do I live?
Yeah. There's another friend? Just taking a wild guess. Where you guys headed to today?
Going to the States to look at to go to walk.
Just to hang out a little bit?
Yeah.
Even though the officer had grown suspicious, he maintained his calm exterior and began to question each passenger about their place of residence, expertly gauging their responses for any signs of deception.
Looks like it's from the Toyota dealership, that bracket.
Yeah.
It's probably been on it as long as you've had the car. I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure where my documents are. I have car insurance through Allstate. That's an old registration. I don't know where my one is.
But you did register it?
Yeah, my mom did. It's through my mom.
No longer in the same relaxed demeanor as before, the officer circled the vehicle. As he completed his round, the occupants produced an old registration.
Can you pull it up on your phone? Like just your insurance? I know obviously the registration you can't.
Maybe. Do you want me to call my mom? My mom has land under Allstate.
If she wants to try and send it to you.
The officer, however, was no longer buying any of it, so in a last-ditch effort, the girl requested to call her mom.
That's from the city of Chicago, right?
What is it, like a permit or something, or you had it registered in
It's a parking
Chicago?
permit. It's a parking permit.
Yeah, they went by.
And we're just coming from your house in Tenafly? Okay. Is everybody staying with you here? Okay. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the lookout, so I'm trying to.
I'll be back with you in a second. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to run the license plate, make sure it is registered since you don't have the documents. Okay?
Alright, that reg is coming back. It expired, looks like 9/2016 to a Bobet Adele Bond out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Sierra 15971216. A John Rula out of Somerville, Massachusetts.
Completely suspicious at this point, the officer returned to his patrol car to run the registration through the system.
Step out here for a second. Let me talk to you in the back. Just right back there. So, you come over here. This is the situation. This car has been unregistered for 2 years. And you're driving it.
After wrapping his head around the situation, the officer approached the car once more and with a firm but calm voice, he instructed the driver to step out of the vehicle, which he did without hesitating.
And you're driving it. Are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. September 2nd, 2016. So, it's not like yesterday. Yeah. It's quite some time. Alright. So what is this? Alright, so, and that's what I was stopping you. One other reason why I was stopping you, see that Henderson, the license plate needs to be fully readable. Okay, you can't have anything blocking it. You can see how kind of it's hard to read the word Nevada unless you're really on top of it or you're familiar with what Nevada plates look like.
Yeah, man, you got good eyes.
The whole bottom is obstructed too. I'm sure it says something. I didn't even look underneath there. So it's a very minor reason. If it was just that, I probably would have just given you a warning, 99.9% chance of it.
Yeah.
All right, but unfortunately, we can't have an unregistered car that's operating on the street.
Okay, so what is it? Just walk me through this.
I will walk you through. That's why I'm out here. All right. So the car has to be impounded to the police impound until a valid registration can be made.
Okay.
Also, in this case, since she can't exhibit the valid insurance card, I don't even know if this car is insured. I'm begging to say it isn't because insurance companies check to make sure cars are registered.
Okay.
So when it lapses by about a month or so, sometimes it doesn't get caught.
Okay.
But for about 2 years, I'd be hard pressed to believe an insurance company is insuring a car that was unregistered for 2 years.
Okay. I think we're in the process of trying to verify.
Yeah, so you would just need to basically to get this car back, you would need to bring down the current insurance card and the current registration card for getting it re-registered. Ticket to somebody that's in a passenger, even though it's her mom's registered vehicle.
What kind of ticket is that?
Unregistered vehicle.
Okay.
The unclear plate equipment violations, essentially. Fair to exhibit the insurance card. Okay. None of them have points or anything associated with them. I would transfer to your Massachusetts license.
Okay. And you've already alerted the impound caller to
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of giving you a heads up.
It came to light that the vehicle had not been registered for 2 years. Additionally, the officer informed the man of other issues with the vehicle, explaining that they couldn't allow them to drive it until it was properly registered.
I want to give you guys a second to kind of figure out what you want to do. There's obviously 4 of you in the car, so you have a couple options.
Okay.
You can have somebody come pick you up since one of the passengers lives in Tenafly. I don't know if she might have contacts with a car that might be able to just swing up here and take them 2 minutes and pick you guys up. Or you can call, I've seen somebody call it Ubers, although we're kind of in like a semi-remote rural area here, giving them an exact address. Yeah, that might be the best bet. Calling somebody and then kind of just end up from here. You want to probably call them. Let's go back to the car in a second. Okay. and make that happen. As a last resort, I could afford you a courtesy transport to the police department, but that doesn't really solve. I don't think that's.
You guys don't do no health call?
What's that?
No house call?
No house calls.
Okay.
I could give you a transport to the police department, but I can't take you guys back to your house.
Surprisingly, the relaxed guy understood the seriousness. Impressed, the officer suggested ways for the group to reach their destination and generously offered transportation assistance.
Okay. Just give me some background. I mean, I was kind of, the tension was a little tight in the car, which is kind of why I want to chat with you a little bit out here. The backseat passenger seemed a little bit bent out of shape that this whole thing was occurring.
Yeah.
I don't know what if there's more to the story or not, but
Okay. So backseat passenger, born and raised in Tenafly.
Right.
We're living in New York. We're living in London now. She's home for like 3 days.
Right.
My girlfriend and Rose, the other backseat passenger, were college roommates.
right.
And so she's here for like 3 days. And so I came down from Boston to see my girlfriend, and we drove down.
Where does she live?
New Haven. So we had to figure out a way to get back to New Haven.
So she's just, what does she do exactly?
She's in graduate school, yeah.
So she's just been cruising around this car in New Haven, or doesn't really drive it that
She doesn't
often?
really drive it that often.
That's probably why this
Yeah.
whole thing happened.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
guessing
think-
she takes public transportation and stuff.
Yeah, well, she doesn't really drive. I mean, you know, you can walk both places in New Haven. It's like a really small town.
Right.
And also, there's got to have been some confusion, like her reporting to her, like the car, like her mom and sister were taking care of this, because like it's registered to her mom, and
Right.
her mom was like, while she was in grad school, kind of letting her borrow the car because she doesn't have income.
Right.
And so I think.
Still curious and worried about their safety, the officer questions the driver, hoping to get more context on what was really happening and where they were headed.
On the back of this one. Okay, perfect.
How long until you get here? Because we need to take everything out of Tina's car and put it into someone. Okay, thank you, Mom.
How long is that going to be?
She's 5 minutes away. She's 5 minutes away.
Like coming up the hill, or
Sorry?
like coming up the hill?
Yeah, just right next to the building.
Okay. Well, start gathering things. I can't really. I'm not the boss of this guy, so
Can you just explain it to me? Sorry to get a second hand.
the car's been unregistered for almost 2 years. Well, since September of 2016.
When the impound finally arrived, the officer motioned for the passengers to step out of the vehicle. In that instance, one of them hurriedly dialed her mother, and this was when the trouble started.
You
My
take
best
this
guess.
check remotely. I've done it before in Illinois, so I'm not sure what.
I can only tell you New Jersey. I have no idea about. If I told you something, it might be completely incorrect. New Jersey, I can tell you 100% what the process. I have no idea what it's about. You have to call their DMV. Unfortunately, not till Monday. It's a holiday weekend, so.
All right. So you guys are all set. Tow truck driver's gonna take it.
What do we need? How do we get the car back?
Valid registration, valid insurance card.
How do they know that this is her car? Like, don't you need to give us a receipt or something? Like, how are they going to know that this one
This is the
her?
receipt. This goes on file.
Hi, I'm Karen Turner. Hi,
It's not
Sarah.
her.
I'm a resident. There you go.
Just as the cops finished documenting the vehicle, a black sedan pulled up. Out stepped a woman who stormed into the group's midst, abruptly interrupting the ongoing discussion.
Fine. I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm
You're
Karen
just
Turner.
here. You're just here as the rider, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm here as a concerned citizen and friend of the mayor, and been in Tenafly for 20 years. I take full responsibility for them. And what is the reason they were pulled over?
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you.
The lady introduced herself as Karen Turner and handed the cops a document, which they refused. Irritated, she boasted about her connections with the mayor, hoping to intimidate them.
No. I need to know.
No, you don't need to know.
Okay?
We're not involved here. You're picking them
No.
up.
I'm involved. Trust me.
Well,
I'm
I'm not
very
going to tell
involved.
you. He's the driver of the automobile. He's over 18. That's all you need to know.
Disgusted by her erratic behavior, the calm officer ignored her inquiries and redirected them to the driver. Despite her persistent nagging, the cop managed to maintain his composure.
Okay. You need it. If you can give me a little bit of space here. What seems to be?
Are you a commissioner?
I am a commissioner. one of the commissioners, and I'm heading up.
Do you have an ID
for,
with that?
That is my ID, and that is my business card. I am the commissioner of the Port Authority, and I'm heading up over 4,000 police officers. Okay? So, if there's a problem, I think I have...
There's no problem.
Well, I think there's a
It's an
problem.
unregistered vehicle.
Okay.
Karen insisted the officers examine her credentials. Embarrassed, she had the passenger step aside and reveal she was a Port Authority commissioner, hoping her position would have an impact.
Why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now, don't call me Miss. I'm Commissioner. Thank you.
Commissioner,
Yes.
all due
Why
respect.
were they pulled over?
All due respect,
Yep. Why
the
they
driver
pulled
will
over?
tell you.
No, no, no. I need
Yes,
to know.
ma'am. The car's getting towed now.
Why is the car getting towed?
Go ask him.
No, no. I'm asking. You're the person
Go ask
who's
him.
ordered it, and trust me.
Miss, this does not involve 1%.
Delusionally thinking that she had gained control of the situation, she rudely demanded that the cops explain themselves to her. However, they remained unmoved, which visibly bruised her ego.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does, because I'm picking them up, and I'm
Most of the time.
offering to take responsibility for them, and you can't even tell me the charges. I'm also an attorney, so I think if you can't tell me, what is the problem?
That's fine.
Why is it such a difficulty to say why they're being pulled over and why the car's being towed?
Because everything has already been explained.
Despite the commissioner's attempt to assert power, the officers calmly told the commissioner that they were under no obligation to disclose anything to her, and they had no intention of doing so.
Why do you need to know?
Because this is impacting me, because
Why?
I got 4 people who are coming back to my house, including people who live in New Haven attending Yale Graduate School, a PhD student, and I don't know why it's so difficult to say what the problem is. This is impacting me. On Easter Sunday, I got to take 4 people
I'll be honest.
back to New
I'll be honest with
Haven.
you.
Seeing her tactics fail, she tried portraying herself as a victim, but this strategy also didn't trigger the reaction she wanted.
Should I be frank with you?
Yeah, I want to know what the problem is.
It's more of the way you just approached me and your
You
demeanor.
know what? Okay. That's,
I'm being honest
I
with you.
want to know
I
why.
just don't appreciate your demeanor.
I don't
You're being
appreciate.
very demanding with me.
No, I'm asking
You have-
a question which is not being answered.
But it doesn't need to be answered. It's irrelevant.
You know what?
If you'd like
you
to
don't
read
wanna,
my report, you can come down to the police department records on Monday, and you can get a copy of it.
and you can't.
I am under. There is no. You have no right
Sorry,
to know what's
but
going
this
on.
is. No, I do.
Explain to me why.
Because these are 4 people that I have
You are
to
just
take
a concerned.
responsibility.
Why do you have to take responsibility? They're all adults.
That's my daughter.
And she has.
And
She's a
these
backseat
are her
passenger.
friends.
She's a backseat passenger.
And there's a
She has
problem
received-
with you describing it because you don't feel
Describe it
confident. Why these people are being
Your
pulled
daughter
over?
has not been
And
summoned. She was not the driver. This is not her vehicle. It's not your vehicle.
I'm
How are
sorry,
you
but
involved?
this is not going to be. If you have a problem explaining what the problem is, and what
The frustrated cop finally revealed why he had been unyielding, but the commissioner remained in her belief that she was justified and showed no signs of remorse.
why their car is being confiscated, then we have a problem.
Why
And
don't
trust
you-
me,
why
I
don't you-
will be in with the commissioner of police of Tenafly.
Ma'am,
It
take a
will
step back.
be.
Take a step
if
back
you
for me,
can't
please.
even describe what
Take
the
a
problem
step back
is,
for me. I
think
can't
there's
move
a
back any
problem.
farther. I keep moving back farther, and you keep
Okay.
moving closer to me.
Because you
Can
can't
you take
even
a step back?
put a sentence together
Take a
on what
step back.
the problem is.
Because I'm not, because of your demeanor.
No, I
I
came
am
in
under
very
no
nicely.
legal obligation to tell you.
And I'm under no
Okay.
legal obligation to tell you what I will be doing. But I
You
will.
can do whatever you would
Okay.
like to do.
She's been
This is a lawful motor vehicle stop. You are here to pick them up. Okay?
Okay.
There's going to be a report.
Yep.
The
There will
driver
be a
has been
report.
advised of everything that's going on.
Okay. I
All
was
the
there for
proper
your
forms have been filled
graduation
out.
when you guys came in the town, and it wasn't that long
What
ago.
graduation? What are you talking about?
Okay.
What graduation
Thank
when
you
I came
very
into
much,
what town? What-
Saditsky and Kaplan. Thank you for
Have
your
a nice day.
information and help. You know what?
Karen became infuriated and started threatening the cops, escalating the situation within seconds.
I hope you have a really nice holiday weekend too, because you just ruined it for a lot of people without
I
even the
didn't.
decency.
I didn't ruin anything.
Yeah,
I was
you
doing
did.
my job.
Yeah, you did.
I would just
This
hope
is
you
their
being
Easter,
a commissioner
this is their Passover.
that you would understand
You
the job
did it.
police officers have to do. But
There is no explanation. How can I understand?
you didn't
don't
even
have
ask
the
him.
decency.
You didn't even
no,
ask
I'm
him.
asking you because you're the one that's making.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just telling you who I am. I've been in the town for
That's
20
fine.
years, and as a courtesy, I would like to understand the rationale for their being pulled over and their car confiscated. This is a courtesy. I don't know why it's so
I
difficult.
believe
You know
you
what?
should ask your
Can you
daughter and the
please-
driver of the motor
My
vehicle.
daughter is a backseat passenger, as you've
Exactly.
said. You're making the accusation. I would like to know
What accusation?
the accusation of I don't know what. You haven't told me. You're telling me to go Monday and read the report.
No, that's
We
not-
I'm very disappointed in the way the two of you are acting. You cannot even tell me, a mother living in Tenafly for 20 years with 2 kids who went through the school system, what the problem is. And that's shocking. It's shocking that you can't even give me a sense.
I think
no,
we should conclude this.
I will.
Just for safety reasons,
absolutely.
this is a high-speed road. I think we should all get off of the road.
You
a little
want
bit
it-
dangerous for us
I'm
being
so
out here as long
sorry.
as we were
Thank
anyway.
you for your concern with my safety.
Okay.
I don't need it. You can't put a sentence together. Sorry.
Okay.
That's pathetic.
Okay.
And you are a disappointment. And you are just following him. You can't put together a sentence of what the
Are you
problem
finished
is.
now? Are you finished, ma'am?
I'm shocked.
Are you
I'm
finished?
shocked and very disappointed. Thank you for
may
your
take
help.
them. You may take them now.
You may not tell me when to take my child. You may shut up and not tell me when I may take my kids and her friends who are PhD students from MIT and Yale.
The officers didn't see her as a threat and were eager to finish quickly. Despite this, the woman attempted to guilt trip them. When that didn't work, she resorted to hurling insults at the calm officer, who suggested they leave the busy road.
You may tell me nothing because you told me nothing. Shame on both of you. I will be talking to the chief of police.
Please.
And I will be speaking to the mayor.
Badge number
And you're not-
540.
I got your name. I got your name.
Just to make sure
I
there's
know
no discrepancies.
Ziporiak. There's no
Matt is the first name.
No. Don't you worry.
As long as you got all the information right.
I got all your information,
Okay.
sweetheart. You can't put a sentence together. That's
The egotistical commissioner tried to escalate the situation further, threatening to report the officers to the chief of police and the mayor, but the men remained unfazed.
You have a wonderful
All right.
weekend. You're going to
Just in terms of the receipt for impound, is that all contained in the 3 ticket?
No,
Yeah,
of
there is
course
no
not.
receipt for
They
impound.
can't even tell you the reason. They
So
can't
where
tell
are
me
you
the reason
getting
why you're
the
being pulled over.
Nursing her bruised ego, she ultimately surrendered and decided to walk away from the officers, but then came back with the driver, who just wanted to inquire about where the vehicle would be towed.
The police
Are you
impound
tomorrow?
lot. Is that online? Can we, like,
What company are you?
find out the what? The location of the impound. No, it's at the police department. Okay. Police headquarters. Yep. You can take it.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Have a pleasant
You
day.
can't put together
The commissioner got nosy again and started questioning the cops about what station they were from before retreating.
All right, well, get away from me. I'm asking. No. I came to see his
This is a
address.
police employee.
I came to get his address.
This is a police contract
Matt,
employee.
you've made 5 people in my car cry. I hope you're happy. You're an ass.
Just doing my job.
And you, no, you're not. You're not.
We'll agree to disagree. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
You are not a nice person. And 5 people are crying. You've ruined their Easter. You've ruined their Passover. You've got someone, an investment banker in there from London. You've ruined it. They were just going for hikes. And you can't even say, I hope you're very happy because you seem to have a smug-ass look on your face. And you seem to please you. I don't know why it's so hard to say what the reason is or where the car will be.
You
Why?
said you work with police officers, correct?
Yeah, I've worked with 4,000 of them.
I'm just a little bit disappointed that
You don't get to be disappointed in me.
you don't seem like a very big police
No.
supporter. I don't know. You
No.
think that you would have more of an inside look at the job.
You know what, Matt?
Just caught me by surprise based off your demeanor a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Using inappropriate words and such.
Yeah.
Go to whoever you'd like to go to. It's irrelevant to me.
Okay.
I'm doing my job.
Okay.
I've done nothing inappropriate.
And if I go and say, what's the address and what do we have to do, that's inappropriate too. You need to tell me for that too?
I don't know why you're
Obviously,
coming over to a vehicle that's lawfully being impounded.
Because I want to know
I
where
don't know what
it's
you're
going.
doing. The driver was advised where it's going, as was your
I'm
daughter.
not.
Your daughter was very nice as well. She asked and I told her.
Guess what? I'm not so nice. And you can tell that to everybody, and it's fine.
Okay.
And the police have all been in my home, and in my second home, and in the third home in
I don't
Tenafly.
see how that's relevant, but to the situation. But
Just as Karen was about to enter her car, she had a sudden change of heart and crossed the road. Caught on the officer's microphones, she sparked another clash before finally departing as the vehicle got towed. Following the incident, the police department released the dashcam footage and it immediately went viral on both YouTube and in news articles across the United States. The self-proclaimed very influential commissioner was forced to resign even after placing calls to her very powerful friend. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw an instance where a commissioned officer tried to abuse her power. Commissioner Karen Turner needs to better study the law and ensure that individuals' rights are protected. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.